I know some have kind of liked these multi-play breakdowns. I feel like it lets you guys look a little bit more, and you know, like it's not like I'm going to be brief on one play anyway. We've all seen that. So here's well, you can hear from my dog thinking he needs a little water. So bear with me a second. But there is uh, there's three plays here, and this is the series that ends with a Keyshawn Lawrence interception over in the corner. Back up this way. Look, I just I love all these plays. Like, and they all show a little something different. It's all a little unique. So let's just go through it. This is we'll just watch this one through. So I really liked, and I'm sure most of you by now have heard Teddy Lehman's comments about the game. I got to agree with Gabe. I've never heard him that excited in his whole life. So to hear his comments, it matches what you're watching here. What I thought coming out, but obviously a guy that really knows that defense and knows what they're looking for. Um, Talking about the level of execution, I thought was pretty telling. This is a perfect example. It's not a flashy play. There's nothing exciting that happens here, but he mentioned the defense being like a net, and it just kind of spreads and everybody's moving in different directions, but they're all covering the things that have to be covered. Like whatever rebuttal the offense has for you, you're there already. Um, Look, I mean, this is a perfect example. So you've got Ethan Downs lined up over the tight end here, takes on that block, and I don't know. This isn't this. I won't say I love this design because I don't know what they're ever supposed to do with a boot to this side if that tight end's supposed to go out on a route. Like Ethan Downs is just going to have a free run at Emory Jones. Like something went wrong here for Cincinnati. I don't, or I don't know, or just a poorly designed play. I don't know what it is. But let's say Ethan Downs is not there. Look at this downfield coverage. There's not a thing to do with that football. Um, and I mean, there's stuff on the backside, but he was never going to have time to make that play. So again, just that's just a quick glance. Um, Kind of move forward to the next one, 2nd and 10. This is the one where again I keep talking about just the level of team defense. Oklahoma is going to have, I believe it's six, and it's maybe seven. We'll look at it here in just a second. Six guys, excuse me, seven guys. Seven guys. McCullough comes up. So you got seven guys here in the box. I want you to look at the time the running back basically takes the ball and takes his first step, where these guys are in relation to the blue line of scrimmage. He has just gotten the ball. He is cutting one, two, three, four, five, six of the guys are basically. I mean, you've got Canic's going to make one more step there. Golly, look how fast that was. That was like two frames, and Canic went from behind the line of scrimmage to like sealing the hole. That's just sorry that caught my attention. That was not something I was planning to mention, but what I was is we'll start it over again and kind of just look at it here. So good initial get off. I mean, look at Ethan Downs. He's already pushing behind the line of scrimmage, and I know I've been tough on him. Ethan Downs playing good football right now. He is playing football you can absolutely win with. Outstanding in run defense. Um, he's not a dynamic pass rusher. He's just not going to be. But he's got such a great motor and so much natural athleticism that he can kind of make it work. But I mean, I'm not bagging on Ethan Downs. Guy's playing good football right now. So okay, again, here you've got Stutzman. You've got Rondell Bothridge squeezing off the edge here to prevent any sort of bounce or anything like that. And look at him. He's just. I mean, that's textbook. That's exactly what he's taking on that guy with the inside shoulder. So if the running back tries to bounce, he can force him wide. Um, and like I said, I mean, so look, okay, so now he makes his first cut left. Now, six of the seven OU guys that were in the box, Jonah Lalu being the one exception, are at or behind the line of scrimmage. Ends up being a like 2, 3 yard loss. And that's not Kiner's fault. There's not a thing in the world you can do about that play. You get nuked like that up front, you're dead before it started. So again, just really, really nice work there from Oklahoma. And again, we've got some guys playing like great players. But okay, we had a temporary break. Had a 9-year-old that needed some dad time. I think she thought she was going to be a YouTube star. She's very excited about that possibility. So okay, so here we've gotten to third and long, the Keyshawn Lawrence interception. Um, Klatt talks about it in the broadcast, talking about Oklahoma waiting until late to show they're in cover two. Um, for those, I mean, and I always struggle with this because I know a lot of people that like the idiot are real, probably know more football than I do. So, like, I'm not trying to flex on anybody at all here. Cover two, for those that, are learning, not familiar, that's when you're going to have a safety covering either half of the field. His responsibility is anything, Keyshawn Lawrence is going to be this half. It just split the field in half. Billy Bowman's going to have this half. Anything deep on those sides of the ball, that's going to be them. Um, so I don't know if they're really. I mean, like they. I mean, Lawrence steps off of it a little bit, but I, the thing that I am blown away by, and again, Emory Jones is an interesting conversation because Oklahoma's going to face much better quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels, Quinn Ewers. I mean, you go down the list. There's some better quarterbacks than what Oklahoma's going to what they got from Emory Jones, but with Ewers obviously being the one that's most on the horizon for Oklahoma, he doesn't bring the run option that OU has to deal with Emory Jones. So there's a give and take there. Quinn Ewers is a better player. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying some of the things that Oklahoma had to contend with Emory Jones that make him dangerous. They don't have to concern themselves with Quinn Ewers because while Quinn Ewers could probably go pick up a first down if he needs to, that's not how Texas wants to make their living. So, um, maybe he puts this throw in a better spot. But guys, forget about. Let's say Keyshawn's not in cover two. Let's say he's doing something else. That's a really hard ball to complete. Look at Woody Washington. I mean, perfectly in phase. Watch him comes up, runs with him. I mean, and Xavier Henderson's a track star, guys. Like this is a guy that can really go. So that's an outstanding play. I mean, again, weak throw. I get all the Emory Jones stuff we want to say, and it's all. I mean, not all. It's largely valid, but I just. I mean, this defense again. Get in the red zone, and they're going to give you problems. I know Bent didn't like the bend don't break, but um, it was a pattern. Like, okay, Cincinnati, I mean, sometimes they could move the ball a little bit, but once they got inside the 20, they were dead. I mean, there was just nothing given at any place. And I think part of that is due to Oklahoma's defensive line being better than I thought it was going to be, especially in run defense. It's very sturdy in run defense. Um, and having a secondary that is what I thought it was, can close, can cover, has a lot of athleticism. So again, really long, but 3-play breakdown there.